Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope life is treating you well. So it's no surprise that on this channel we focus a lot on custom builds, discovering the best bikes, the best deals, the best parts, all stuff like that. And for the past month, I've had a dream bike build bouncing around in my head, and I want to share it with you guys, put it out there on the internet. And if you own an e-bike company, feel free to steal this idea, because I would love to see this thing actually happen in real life. I don't think I'm going to build it myself because it's kind of expensive. You guys are going to see as I run through the different components. And I want you guys to leave a comment down below on what's your dream e-bike build, and leave some details. Talk about what bike, the foundation, full suspension, as well as all the other important specs. Oh no, what is this? Okay, I think I'm allowed to be here. Okay, what was I talking about? Okay, the perfect bike. So we have to begin with the foundation. For this perfect build, I would start with a long travel, full suspension mountain bike. A mountain bike frame is kind of my favorite. It's very athletic, it's good on and off-road, and on top of a full suspension model, I would go with a long travel. So for example, the bike I have now is full suspension, but it's very much budget, and the travel is very minimal. Now the reason why I don't have a long travel suspension mountain bike right now is because they're very expensive. If you want an actual high quality full suspension mountain bike, they are thousands of dollars. It's actually quite shocking. Okay, so that's the foundation of this bike. Next, let's talk about the voltage. Here we have to go 72 volts. We're not going to compromise and go 52. This is a dream bike build, and I think 72 is kind of what most people would want in their bike. And to achieve that voltage, you basically need what I have here, which is a triangle battery. And to be honest, I would mount it the same exact way I mounted this bike on mine. I know you guys complain that it kind of looks top heavy, my bike, but it's really not. I mean, the battery is still below me, which means that it brings down the center of mass overall. And in terms of handling, I mean, maybe I'm used to it, but this battery placement really isn't bad, and it enables me to have a pretty massive battery in terms of capacity, along with 72 volts. So I would go with the same battery, and I would mount it in a pretty similar way. In fact, I have a dedicated video on how I mounted this battery, so check it out if you're interested. And also real quick, just in terms of aesthetics, if this is a dream bike build, we want it to be very clean looking on the outside, and the way that I mounted this battery is kind of the cleanest way you can do it, as far as I could tell. Of course, if you guys have found a better way of mounting a triangle battery on a mountain bike, leave a comment down below. Okay, but what is this motor going to be connected to? Here I'm going to surprise you guys a little bit, because I would go with dual hub motors, not a mid-drive. Now I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to adamantly attack my position here, but I mean, I have a mid-drive, it's good, but the simplicity and reliability of a hub motor really cannot be overlooked. And if you have two of them in the front and back, your bike can go over anything, on and off-road. And the specific motor I have in mind is the geared gmac motor, so not a direct drive, and this is going to help it be that much more capable off-road and going uphill, because a geared hub is kind of in between a mid-drive and a direct drive. Another reason why I like the gmac motor is because the controller, the phase runner, is very small and has great cable management. So it's going to keep the bike looking very clean and high quality. Because if you don't have a really small controller, you end up looking like this, with a massive controller as well as something to house all the extra cables, which really clutters up the look. So I mean, there you go, that's the core of the bike. So imagine, if you will, a mountain bike similar to what I have here, but more long travel suspension, but with two powerful geared hub motors in the front and the back. The controller for each motor is really small, so easy to manage, and then the battery is going to be exactly what I have here, mounted in a pretty similar clean way. Oh yeah, and also in the bottom bracket I would put a torque sensor, and that way you would have really phenomenal and natural feeling pedal assist through both of the motors. Now something I want to address about the gmac motor is that usually geared motors are a lot weaker than direct drive simply because the motor itself, the stator in geared hubs, just happen to be a lot smaller, and that's where all of the power is generated. But in terms of the gmac, it is geared, but the stator of the motor is pretty big. In fact, it's similar in size to most direct drive hub motors, but it has gears, as well as regen, which is super unique for a geared hub. And I think having two of them on this bike really would be an awesome solution. So that's my version of a dream e-bike. Oh, I missed a light. But yeah, go ahead and leave a comment below on what's your version of a perfect e-bike build. I would love to read those comments. What the hell was that? But speaking of e-bike builds, I got some pretty big news. I might be starting a brand new e-bike build pretty soon on this channel because I have a bike coming in the mail today. A company sent it out to me, and the bike couldn't be more different than this mountain bike I'm sitting on currently. So I can't wait to review it and potentially use it as a new platform for upgrades and just kind of see how it goes. Why am I on the sidewalk? Yeah, so you guys are probably going to see that bike in my next video, so definitely stay tuned for that. Go ahead and leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. It really helps me out. Make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.